Is the 19th of March. It's a Friday. Holy crap. The weekend is here. I got my TC paintball hooded sweatshirt on. Some people call it a hoodie. This is the nicest thing I own. I'm warm. I'm cozy. I'm toasty. This is fantastic. Let's go.
Hello, this is Rick from TC Paintball. You're listening to the Eric Zane Show, a show where the host makes the audience create intros, complains about them, and then refuses to play the correct one.
Shut up.
And now, because I'm required to, here's Eric Zane.
Thank you, Rick. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. The music you hear is John from Madison. Listen to that. Sounds good. He does that in his basement. I like that chord progression. I like how it goes. No, 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 no. I'm not going to try to mimic it. I'll ruin it. Welcome in. This show comes to you from the Baldwin Ace Hardware Fear Bunker Studio each and every weekday morning at 8 a.m. Another fantastic on-time start. Just glad to be here. Glad to be breathing. Glad to have someone who pays attention enough for even 1 minute of this. The days that I keep my gratitude higher than my expectations, I have really good days. Is that the shirt I have on now? Yeah, that's the shirt I have on right now. Ray Wiley Hubbard. Those are the words of wisdom from one Ray Wiley Hubbard. The days that I keep, the days that I keep my attitude higher than my expectations, I have really good days. Those are like the type of platitudes and things that you say to like someone who's struggling. And they go, wow, where did you come up with that one? And you're like, yeah, I just made it up here in my noggin. And then they're like, man, you're just, the truth be told, you heard it from somebody else, just ripped it off. All this shit just floats around. It's just recycled information. Then, when you say it at the right time and it hits the right set of ears, it just resonates, man. Throat/Dale, he didn't create it, but he kind of took credit for it. He said to me one time, hey, Zane, don't think about the past. Makes you sad. Don't think about the future. Makes you anxious. You got to get through today. And I'm like, damn it, Dale, that's great. That is awesome. And then the other day I was sitting in his attorney's office, me, Dale, and his better half. Dale acting like a jackass and her just giggling away because she's so in love with him. Sarah, love her. And I found out that he didn't come up with it. I'm like, shit. I thought you came up with that. No, man, I ripped it off somebody else. Oh. All right. Well, so yeah, that's how we do that. We just, and that's going to be today, Today my brain is on, I added an extra dose of ADHD to get me through this one. And that's always good, in my opinion. To me, then, okay, yeah, you got to know when to turn it on, turn it off, or at least hold it down to some degree. Today, it's gonna drive the freaking show. You can catch a show each and every morning at 8 a.m. I can say that now, like I said, with some degree of confidence, because I haven't been late, because I've been screwing around in quite some time. You can catch it on Facebook, brought to you by Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid, and EV. Facebook.com/Eric Zane fan page, a live stream. Please go to it. Check it out. If you're there, thank you. Please share it. Leave a comment. I try to go back and read the comments and then maybe interact with you to some degree as best I can, depending on time. I got to make that more of a priority. My social media queen, Lori Lewis, says, you got to go back. You got to go back and interact with your audience. You got to talk to them. You got to let them know that you're there. And I'm like, yeah, I know. It's I've got so much going on. You got to do that, Eric. There's no way you can that you can let that slide. She's got the most resonating voice in the history of the industry. She used to be on this show called Bubba the Love Sponge, and I think Bubba said, "You know what? You're just getting too much attention." That's just my theory. and then like cut her loose. But I think she just actually made her way through the industry. Said, I'm moving on to bigger and better things. Out of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Now in Atlanta, Georgia. Rules the roost when it comes to social media. Lori freaking Lewis. Come on, Eric. Make those comments. Respond to your audience. I will. All right. Twitter, it is brought to you by Blue Frost IT. At Eric Zane Show on Twitter. On the Periscope video. Please retweet it and say something mean about me. And YouTube, at Eric Zane Show on YouTube, the almighty YouTube, brought to you by Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, give me a thumbs up. These are internet points that I get. And also downloadable wherever you download podcasts, okay? I'm on virtually all of them, even the ones that no one goes to. Subscribe to them all, okay? Whatever you need to do. As long as you can get the show when you're driving, or maybe you're at work with earbuds in later on. Thank you. So there you go. What the hell was I going to say? Oh, so this Chad Zumach guy. I know you're like, Zane, stop picking on Chad Zumach. And yeah, I'm almost done. It's almost over. Zumach used to be on the radio. He's a comic, but one of those deals where the radio station hires a comic to be on the morning show, and I think he was on some station in Cleveland. I think it's WMMS, and I was introduced to Zumach, like I told you before, on Carl's show in WATP, and I didn't like him just based on his performance on I had never heard of him, and so I started picking on him to Carl. And then Carl ran with the one bit that I ranted about Carl, tongue-in-cheek, but serious, about Zumach. Zumach heard it, gets butthurt, and starts yelling at me on Twitter. So I go, awesome. This is exactly what I wanted to happen. Now, look, in terms of popularity, I know I'm not Joe Rogan, and I know I never will be. But I've got enough with you all to keep doing what I'm doing to the day I die. And I'm happy. I'm content. This is what it is. He's the same way. He can sustain himself doing what he's doing probably forever. The difference is he thinks he's Bill Burr, but he's not. And he's got an enormous ego, and he rubbed me the wrong way. So this has been the guy that I've been picking on for extended time. But I mean, it's a lateral picking on. I'm not punching down in any way. I mean, we're both. Hey, come on, it is what it is. But again, he doesn't realize that. So he hears me busting his balls, and he comes after me, and I'm like, oh, awesome, this is going to be fun. So we start picking on each other on Twitter. And this is going back and forth. He's calling me a shitty radio hack. I'm never going to get a job in radio. I'm like all the other radio. Yeah, typical. Whatever. And I'm picking on him too. And so it's going back and forth. And then I find out that the fucker's on Cameo. And so I hired him. I booked him for a cameo. And he declined it. So I'm like, well, this is a mistake on your part. You should have ran with it. It would have been fun. You see, you're too wound up in the details. You got to understand, 90% of this shit is pro wrestling, you stupid bastard. It's called a work. And if you were smart, you'd run with it, and then we could continue this war, but you're too stupid to fucking capitalize on it. Okay? You can do no wrong here as long as you fucking judo maneuver it and let it go by. But no, not you, because you're stupid. So I hire him. And the thing about Cameo, and so when I hired him, I screenshotted, hey, you've just hired Chad Zumach. So I saved that. And then about 1 minute after I sent the request and paid him, he sends back, it says, you've been denied. Chad Zumach will will not do your cameo for various reasons. So I screen that. I go, oh, well, now you're even more fucked. So now then I post on Twitter the side-by-side of my request and his denial. And I go, what the fuck, Zumock? You big bitch. I cannot believe this. And he ignored. So, it's like, okay, he doesn't want to play anymore. I probably hurt his feelings. But I'm like, come on, man. Holy shit. You can see it on my Twitter. Poor Chad. So now actually the day before, it was such a one-sided affair on the Twitter war that I actually said to Carl via text, I go, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. I'm starting to feel kind of bad. And then so I slept on it and woke up and didn't feel bad anymore. So then I did this, and then I sent that shit off to Carl. I go, you remember yesterday when I said I feel bad? Well, today is a new day. So, all right, but I think that's it. Now, since he didn't respond at all, and then some of the Zaniacs, I know Bleeding Heart Brian posted something, and someone else did, and Sarah Rookruck-Rutch called him a Karen. And this guy is, you got to understand, his act, he's kind of like a tough guy in his act. And okay, that's fine. I don't care. I don't fault anybody for that being their act, but he's just not. He's not tough at all. And he's a tough talker too. And believe me, I know what a tough talker is because I tough talk all the fucking time. But I'm like, come on, man, this could have been excellent. This could have been fun for both of us. But here you are being a crybaby bitch. It would have been awesome if you did the fuck. I wrote on the cameo, I go, Chad, because you can give instructions. This is the first time I've ever hired. The only person I've ever hired on Cameo is Chad. And I wrote, please give me podcast tips. Please field a name drop, because on his podcast, all he does is name drop. He's constantly name dropping everybody. And I'm like, okay, yeah, if you could also do some extensive name dropping on my Cameo, I would love that, please. Or some shit like that. And then that was it. He didn't do anything. It's like, come on, man. And you need the money too. The $35 I would have, which by the way is more than twice what I charge, and my cameos are the best in the entire whole fucking platform. I'm like, dude, $35, that would have been like 5 times your monthly income right there. So what the fuck? How could you possibly turn that down? You must really, really have a hard on for me if you're turning down $35, you idiot. Holy shit, Zumock. Come on. All right. Glad to have you all here. Linda says, how much does Chad charge? Like I said, $35. I hope not more than you. Should we all hire him to talk about how great Eric Zane is? You know what? I'm curious if one or two. Yeah, you should try it. If you're willing to drop the cash, you would hire him. Dean says he got denied. Dean already tried it. You guys are already ahead of me. If you look up Chad, see the fucking dummy. He has such a hard on. He is, all these audience members of mine want to throw money at him just to get in his brain, and he keeps denying it. Can you guys send me screenshots of your denials from Chad? So if you go to cameo.com/Eric Zane, I can't believe I'm doing this. Let me see if it's just his name. I think it is. Yeah. Yeah. If you type Chad Zumock, Zumock, you can find him. This is just no, hold on. That's Patreon. He's got a Patreon too. Boy, he's getting all sorts of love here. Cameo here. That's what I should do. Sorry about this. I didn't expect to do. I didn't even have this written down to talk about, but it's kind of funny. Hold on. This is annoying. I'm sorry. Sorry. I got so much stuff to talk about today too. I got the NFK's taxes done. Wait till you hear about that. Oh my God. I don't know if you remember when I brought up taxes with the NFK. He went cuckoo. Oh boy, that was a rough one. That was one of the one or two times that I actually had to get mad at him. All right. Does Zumak have a video to start? Normally you put like a little video and say, "Hey, how you doing? I'm Eric Zane, and you can hire me on Cameo." I don't think he has one of those. I think he's done one. I don't know how long he's been on here, but help the guy out. But when you do it, don't be more subtle. If you can say, "Hey, Chad, this is Linda," and try to convince him to give me podcasting advice. Eric Zane really wants you to give him podcasting advice. He wants you to swear at him and say mean things to him. Would you please do that so he can play it on his podcast? Or maybe something along the lines of, "You're really missing an opportunity here, Chad." Zane has plenty of fans who would who are diehards, and if Zane tells us to do something, we want to do it. So here we are. We're giving you money, and you keep turning it down. What is wrong with you? Do you need Chad? I'll give you a class on economics that you actually have to have money coming in order to spend it, but yet you keep turning it away. I don't want you to be like super mean to the guy. I mean, I've done a good job at doing that, but he's been mean to me too. Fuck him. Actually, I started it. I started this whole thing. I am 100% responsible for this fight. But trust me, Zumak is such a dickhead that he deserves every second of it. So there you go. Cameo.com, and then you search Chad Zumock, Zumock. I wonder how many of these he's going to turn down. And make sure that when you hire him, you click that it be shown publicly on his Cameo page, because if you indicate that you want it private, it won't show up. So there you go. I've got numerous Dean did it, Linda did it, or Linda is doing it. Yeah, and if he did it for me, if he hired me, like if anybody hired me, I would do it. Unless if they wanted me to say racist shit, I would still do it, but I wouldn't say racist shit. I would actually call them out. There is no way I would ever turn down any Cameo, no matter who did it. If my old show wanted to have a laugh at my expense and hire me on Cameo, I would do the best fucking Cameo and make them feel like $1 million. I would adore that. You see, you got to roll with it. Who was the REO Speedwagon? Roll with the changes. Great song. As soon as you are able, and I am willing, my coffee's on the table. What's the next line? My head is swimming. Something about a sun shower. Because if you're tired of the same old story, oh, turn some pages. Dean says, wrong, you turned down my Cameo. Well, that was because of, I shouldn't have turned it down. I just shouldn't have said, I should have done it, just not with what you wanted me to say. I forgot what it was you wanted me to do, but it was something quite sinister. I don't actually recall. Paul says, we're all hiring Chad Zumock on Cameo to troll him per Zane. So he won't do it if you mention me. But, this is just funny. By the way, who is, hold on a second here. One of you. Want to say thank you to Ken Furtaw. Ken made some more logos for me for some of the other bits of content that I produce. So based on the same blue logo, the yellow lettering, the white lettering. So thank you to Ken for doing that. A little bit more professional, and I appreciate that. Anybody who can help me look a little bit more professional, that is a win in my book. Tyler says, maybe hire Chad to talk about your friend, Eric Blaine. You know what? You guys do what you do. You're all creative. Have fun with it. If he might accept it, and then it's going to be $35 out of your pocket. But make sure you send me the link of what he records for you and post online so that I can see it and get my hands on it, and then we can have some fun. Okay. Okay. Tournament time. I have a bracket. I didn't even know it. I did the ESPN Tournament Challenge like a couple years ago, and that is still viable. So I will link it up in the show notes. I think some of you may have posted it in Zaniacs United. So the games start in earnest, the field of 64 today. So you got to fill that thing out. I will post it in the comments of this podcast. And then, follow along. I picked, it takes me about 1.5 minutes to pick my bracket. It's just basically look, click, look, click, look, click. I usually pick the higher seed above the lower seed as they get more close in their matchup. I might, pick an upset here and there. Occasionally, maybe I'll pick like an 11 seed to go. I think I picked Michigan State to go to. I picked Michigan State to go to the Sweet 16. I thought they'd get hot, and son of a bitch, they're one of those teams because they've expanded it to like more teams for the play-in game. Michigan State played UCLA, and they frickin' lost. They lost on their play-in game yesterday in overtime, 86-80. Son of a bitch. So my bracket's already fucked because they haven't even started the damn thing. They have not even officially started the tournament, and I am already fucked because one of my Sweet 16 teams is out. Shit. I know you're like, Zane, what are you doing picking Michigan State? Well, you know what? That's a Jekyll and Hyde team. They were known this year for playing terribly at times and also incredibly well. So, and it's Izzo. What the hell? I think that guy had a big temper tantrum on the sidelines yesterday. I saw something. Stu McAllister. Guess where I am? I know where you are. You're in Grayling, aren't you? Yeah, I guess Izzo lost his shit last night. I don't have it here. But scream it. Whenever Izzo rages, it's too bad that his team's out because when that guy, he's got a great rage face. Oh, my God, a little Napoleon. All right. So there you go with that. Tournament in the brackets. I will have my tournament challenge bracket. You can check up on that. Sign up and make your picks. You win nothing. I have 2 daughters recovering, one from a surgery, one from a procedure. Jacqueline, she described as a procedure, but to me, that's pretty invasive when they take a little device somehow. I'll never be able to wrap my mind around the process of, taking something and sticking it in your leg and then feeding it up through your body and then reaching your heart and then doing a precise procedure to make the heart stop behaving weird. How the fuck is that even a thing? And yet it's no problem. It is. This heart, what did you guys say it was called? An abrasion? Abrasive? No, it's not. It's, damn it. What is it called again? Ablation. Ablation. That's what it is. Because she got on me because I said it wrong. And I'm not even sure what that is. But so on these, her heart, just before it's getting ready to do a push to, eject all the blood to do what it does a little jolt. I think they call it a PVC, preventricular contraction, I think is what it is. So basically, it's almost like it's kind of, it feels weird and it's annoying, and it happens a lot to her. So there's a moderate level of concern over time that this could be a real issue. So she's like, I'm getting this thing done. And then it's just the idea of going into this little artery. Well, it's a big artery. It's a femoral artery. And then being able to fish that freaking thing. And I guess it has a camera on it. I mean, the fact that it's on the end of a little deal and you can see inside of your body and they're able to do the ablation, which I'm not even sure what that is. Is that like a little they're doing something so that the PVC doesn't happen anymore. I have no idea what, but it worked. And she wakes up. She's coming out of the sedation, and right away I'm FaceTiming her, and she goes, "Yeah, it worked. I can already tell it worked. It was a complete success." I go, "Seriously?" And she goes, "Yeah, it doesn't do it now. It's working perfectly." God. And so home she goes. That's it. All a big success. So that's good. Thank God for that. How'd you like to be the guy who had the first one of those procedures done? Like the very, very first person in history to have something fed up through that thing with like the old school equipment, and to me, it's like a tennis ball going through a freaking garden hose, and then you know that there had to be somebody in history who's had this procedure done a million times where like something broke inside of there, my God. Okay. So complete success for her. Madison, also surgery, oral surgery. 4 wisdom teeth extracted. While she's there, a close friend of hers is also there getting the same procedure. Now, this is the thing where whenever you see people have this procedure, the next thing you know, it's David at the dentist. There's a video camera on them, and they're doing stupid shit. That's the type of what they do to Madison. So her and her friend have the same type of goofy type of sedation in them, and it fucks with your emotions, and you do crazy shit. So Madison and her friend are seated at the oral surgeons on this bed. They're both recovering. They both got done at the same time, mouths full of gauze, still bleeding somewhat from their mouths after the stitch-up job, and they can't. They're not saying anything audible. It's like stuffing 2 or 3 Twinkies in your mouth and trying to talk. So Madison and her pal are sitting there, and they're both crying, and I mean actual tears running down their face, and they're speaking and you can't understand them except for the obscenities that Madison's saying. Yeah, she's swearing, and I wish I had this video in front of me. I'll have to get it. Madison is saying shit, and Jackie keeps going, "Madison, stop swearing." And so she's crying, and so is the other kid, and they're both going, shit, my mouth. They're speaking that way. And it's just ridiculous. I mean, Madison, when she's not under any type of sedation, she cries when, she ties her shoes. She's that level of emotional instability. Her brain hasn't yet solidified. Okay. Jackie's was solidified by like age 3. Jackie hasn't cried since 3. I mean, seriously, she's just like a steel trap. Madison's just completely jacked. So she's sitting there. They're both sitting there crying uncontrollably with blood coming out of their mouth, and it's just ridiculous. Oh my God. I'm sitting here and I get a FaceTime, and it's her, and she's in the car, and I hear Diana laughing next to her, and then I see Madison, and she goes, "I don't have a lower jaw." You don't have a lower jaw? That's right. Well, where did it go? I don't know. It's not there anymore. It's gone. And I go, "Oh, wow. Well, yeah." So I go, "Yeah, it's probably gone forever. You're going to look like an animal. They're going to put you in a home." And I hear, "Eric, stop it. Stop it." And she'd be like, "Oh, no. God, no, don't put me in a home." And now your jaw's still there. Come on home. All right. So then she can't lay down. So we prop her up in the bed so she can watch TV. And I want to watch Grey's Anatomy. Okay, we'll watch Grey's Anatomy. Okay, here you go. I want some pudding. I'll get you some pudding a little later. Let's just try to I can have pudding and ice cream and ramen noodles. Yeah, we'll get you ramen noodles later. No problem. And the ice cream too. It's all coming. All right. And so then I walk into here. I come back, and this is something you'll have to see in the podcast, audio podcast, but I'll just describe it. Her head is down completely on her chin, and she's like, she's asleep. But, because she's upright. She's like when you're in an airplane and your head just falls forward and you fall asleep. She's like, oh, man. Slowly but surely, it wore off. She's fine. A little bit of discomfort today. She's home. But 4 wisdom teeth out. Good to go. All right. Everybody's doing okay. Glad you're here. Thank you. Captain Bizarro. I spoke with Captain Bizarro yesterday. I'll be with the Zaniac Wrecking Crew. I guess we're going to call ourselves the Zaniac Organizing Crew. That doesn't work. The Zaniac Moving Crew. That's probably more like it. At Captain Bizarro's on Leonard Street on the northwest side of Grand Rapids. So I talked to him yesterday, and you got to understand, he hasn't really had something like this ever happen to him. Just kind of like dropping in out of the sky, this type of like support. So honestly, he struggles with how to feel about this. I'm not making it up. Part of him was like, I just want to make sure that everything is legit. And I go, well, yeah, I know it's weird that suddenly somebody just comes out of nowhere and offers to help you in whatever you need help with. But I can assure you everything is fine. And so the more I talk to him, it's almost like when it's almost too good to be true for him. And I think, he's had some things. He's had a tough life, honestly. And so all of a sudden, strangers are helping him. Imagine how you would feel. So he didn't know what to think about me. So, but as I've talked to him more and more, it's been great. So he is extremely excited about this, and I honestly don't know what to expect. If you don't know Captain Bizarro's Treasure World, this is a man who has been just collecting things, nostalgia items for years and years and years. And the actual storefront is that you go in and it's a type of flea market type feel, but he's got, case, almost like jewelry cases where you might maybe find jewelry, but it's full of like collectibles and things like that. Old artifacts, hard to find item, one of a kind items, things like that. Old clothing, records, audio video equipment, just about everything you could imagine under the sun. And even if you don't buy anything at the store, just walking through it is kind of like this time warpy feel, musty smell to it. And it really appeals to me. And that's how it came up on the show about this guy. He's about 60 years old, a really sweet, polite, friendly hippie. And so when it came up on the show, I just happened to call the guy out of the blue, and then we hit it off. And he was so taken back by the idea floated by the Zaniacs on the live stream to help him open up his store, because the place is kind of disarray right now because he moved it all around to have a sidewalk sale for COVID and never put it back together. He was so moved by the offer that right there, the poor sweet man starts crying. And I'm like, oh, shit. Oh, my God. Come on, don't cry, buddy. Pull it together. So thanks to everybody who volunteered. We're going to do this tomorrow at 10 a.m. It is going down. It is happening. So if you want to go, I still have room for a few more people. Okay. We've got about 8, 9, 10 of you. And if you want to go, just let me know, Eric@ericzaneshow.com. We're going to hang out and help this guy set up his friggin' store. Okay. Captain Bizarro's Treasure World on Leonard. If you do reach out to me, I'll just tell you exactly where to go. Linda hired Chad. She wrote, "Hi, Chad. I stumbled across the Eric Zane Show podcast, and it's not very good. Could you please send him a cameo with some podcasting advice? I think he could really benefit from your wisdom. Thank you, Linda." Shit. Oh, fuck. Okay. Let me know if he turns it down. He might take the money, so you might be donating to the Chad Zumach Fund. Make sure you send me what he sends you if he does it. You'll find out he's probably still sleeping. So he'll wake up, see his phone, get pissed, deny, and then off he goes. Okay. I just released the Insane Asylum on Patreon, and I'm pretty stoked about this. If you ever want to add to the song list on the Insane Asylum, you can send me a list of 24 songs. You don't need to actually send me the songs, but just send me a list of 24 songs, and we'll see if we can fit it in. I can't 100% commit to saying if you send it, I will play it, because Adam in Houghton Lake, he did exactly that. I said to him, "Yeah, dude, send me whatever you want," and he sent me this really well thought out show, which I loved, but it got a little wonky with the boss over at Q100, and he goes, I can only have one of Adam's oddities per show. So now Adam has a segment named after him called Adam's Oddities, and I feature him once per show. In fact, he sent one for this week's show by a Christian band called Allies, Allies. I had never heard of them. The song is called Burden Down. The song is all right. It's okay. I'll tell you this, as far as Christian music goes, because some of you are going to be cuckoo when I say this, but 99.9% of it is some of the worst music ever made. The message is beautiful, okay? But if I want a beautiful message based on scripture, I am going to read the scripture, okay? I am not going to hear karaoke music with awful arrangements, poor production, hideous instrumentation. It's as bad as me singing it. It is all terrible, and it's over the top dramatic, over the top, all of it. It's garbage, and I can't stand a bit of it. I can't. Wait, I said that wrong. I can't stand it entirely. Okay, that's what I wanted to say. But Burden Down by Allies, I'll give that a 6 out of 10. It's actually listenable because it doesn't sound the way I just described about all the other shitty Christian music out there that exists. And again, I don't want you to get the wrong idea. I mean, I'm as religious as they come. You know that. But my God, there is nothing cool about some of that music. It's just shit. The words are wonderful. If they would just pull the words, this is what they need to do. They need to take all of the words from Christian music, okay? Fire the band, and just take the words and have Lori Lewis from read them to me. So she's gonna read me amazing words about Jesus. That would be a good thing. But all of the music is so stinky. Oh God. But anyway, I digress. The show starts with Black Gold by Soul Asylum, which I know several of you wanted. Kenny wanted that, and Rick from TC Paintball wanted that. So I described it as whiny 90s rock, and it is, but I like it. All right. Tom Petty, You Wreck Me. That's a fastball. High and Tight Fastball. Cheap Tricks, California Man. Then I go to Adam's Oddity with the Allies. And then The Company Band. If you've not heard The Company Band, you will love The Company Band. The lead singer of The Company Band is just incredible. And then Robert Plant's The Honey Drippers. Some of you might not like that. This one is very common. Def Leppard's Photograph. Thin Lizzy's Cowboy Song, which might be my favorite song on this edition of the Insane Asylum. My City Was Gone, The Pretenders. A lot of you will recognize that from Rush Limbaugh's program. It's a great song. The Pretenders, they hated the fact that Rush used it. They're like, oh, hey, you got to stop using our song. He's like, oh, so fuck you. I'm on the ERB network. Judas Priest, who I've been into lately, Heading Out to the Highway. I pulled out a Ray Wiley Hubbard song, guy on my T-shirt. Live and Die Rock and Roll. Second week in a row for a Cinderella song. Cinderella is underrated, I think. Hairband, butt rock, but whatever. Shelter Me, the name of it. Jeff Beck's I Ain't Superstitious. He called on Rod Stewart for that. He sang it for him. And then I did, I put it as Rod Stewart, but it's not Rod Stewart. It's Faces. A change right now. Stay with me. A song from some hillbillies. The song is called Give Me a Ride to Heaven, Boy by Terry Allen and the Panhandle Mystery Band. I'd never heard of them, stumbled upon it, loved it. Another great song that I stumbled on by a guy named Anders Osborne, who's some kind of hippie. And that also might be one of my favorites on the show. It's called Five Bullets. I love this song. Followed up by a country artist, but it sounds more like singer-songwriter Elizabeth Cook, Methadone Blues. Butt Rock from Little Caesar, Down and Dirty, and then ended with 1970s Roxy Music, Love is the Drug. That's a fucking beautiful episode of the Insane Asylum on Patreon. Okay? To get it, patreon.com/Eric Zane. And it's me playing DJ. I'm actually like, hey, that's right, that's Roxy Music. It's Q100. We only plays rock and roll at 94.5, 100.3, and 106.3. Yeah. Wow. Let's see what our boy Stu McAllister is. Oh, my God. Hold on a second. I got a lot of phone calls to make. I'm getting all sorts of shit flying. Shit. Hold on. Get ready for someone who's going to talk fast.
You look so amazing in that sundress.
That's like your calling card, you know? I love it.
Like it.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. The rumor is you wanted to do something sweet for the Zaniac moving/wrecking crew on Saturday. Is that what I'm understanding?
Well, it's not a rumor. I can confirm it. Yeah, I want to buy you guys pizza.
You are so nice. That's what? That's incredible. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Hang on a second.
Yeah. Rick from TC Painball.
All right, I had Facebook playing in my ear while I'm trying to talk to you, so a couple seconds.
That's all right. That's all right.
Yeah, I mean, that's something. I mean, it's right around the corner from me. So if it wasn't on a Saturday, I would come over and help you guys. So I kind of felt bad about not being able to come help, but I'll throw some food at you guys and keep you rolling and the energy high. You know what I mean?
I tell you what, if you show up there, Bizarro's head is going to explode. Like I told you, he's not used to people doing nice stuff for him. I mean, he's like, you ever like, it'd be like if somebody was like a prisoner of war, and then you suddenly bought him like a PS4. He'd be like, "What the fuck?" You know. So
he's got retail PTSD.
Yeah. So he is. This is going to be incredible. Thank you, Rick. That is sweet. That is really, really great.
Yeah, I think that's cool, and he's kind of in a similar boat that we were in for a long time with the whole retail shutdown. You go to work every day, kind of beating your head against the wall, trying to get more people to walk in the door, and then all of a sudden the world changes and people can't walk in your door because it's not allowed anymore. And it's just that's a tough road to hoe, you know.
Absolutely. So a friend of mine, Bleeding Heart Brian, booked the Jelly Ball party
He did, yes, for a week from Sunday.
Yeah, he's really excited about that. He had a lot of good things to say about just your business model and how just the fact that he's driving from the east side to here because it's such a win. He said there's like nothing like that over there in the Metro Detroit area.
Yeah, there's paintball businesses, but there's not. I don't know. I don't want to bash any of those guys. They're all.
It's fine.
I know them all, but none of them really kind of reach down as far as we do. And this is kind of patting myself on the back a little bit, but I feel like we got a pretty good stepping stones to go from kids playing to getting more competitive to all the way up to playing tournaments and whatnot. We kind of got a stepping stone every step of the way. So him coming from the east side is pretty cool. That's I feel like the bar is kind of set high, and now we got to impress them. Yeah. And that day we've got a big tournament going on outside, so all my time will be outside running this tournament, and he'll be inside with his crew playing jelly ball. So right. I hope we're not spread too thin.
Well, I'm sure you'll do great, and he's going to have a good time. He's looking forward to it. The one thing he said to me was this. He goes, "Hey, Eric, I just booked a jelly ball party." And I went, "Okay." He goes, "Will you tell me how it works? Because Rick was talking too fast."
Oh, I'll tell you what, I don't have just one fault, but that's definitely one of them.
No, it's not. You're just high energy. That's it. Okay. All right. Really good, man. That's very kind of you. Thank you so much. Okay. I look forward to I'm going to see you Sunday.
Yeah, absolutely. And take a bunch of pictures of that event. I think that's going to be neat. And I bet if you put pictures out there of, what you guys are organizing, that will create sales for that guy just because I'm sure he's just got a bunch of real odd, random things in there that right. Someone sees it and it'll catch their eye. They'll come in and buy it. So they'll probably help him out too.
The thing about Bizarro is he does have, that's all he has is one of a kind items. And I said to him, I go, Tim, what you should because he's quite novice to the whole, getting your name out there, social media, websites, things like that. And I said, if you did once a week, Bizarro's a little 2-minute video about one of your items that you have. Because he's kind of like a big personality too. I think that he can capitalize on that. I go, you would be surprised how much people are dying for that type of content. And it's nostalgia. People love nostalgic shit,
Yeah, I know. I agree. And just as you're saying that, an idea popped in my head that, we're not very far apart. He's over on Leonard, just a few miles away from us. I wonder if he'd be interested, and this is would require him to come out of a shell a little bit, but, while we've got the crowd as Zane here getting their safety speech and whatnot, maybe he could come to these events, bring like 2 small items or 3 small items, say, hey, this is what we're featuring. We're only a few miles away. Stop by afterwards. I wonder if that would work.
Oh, dude, if you told him that, his head would explode. All this kindness is making him crazy. Oh my God. That is great.
It's a world of extremes right now. You either get a bunch of hate or you get a bunch of kindness.
Right. And then we'll embrace him, and then we'll embrace Chad Zumach, and it'll be all good. Okay. Hey, Rick, thanks, buddy.
All right, talk to you soon.
Okay, see you. All right. Sorry about that. You're like, what did you just do? Hang on a second. Stu, just okay. We got to get an update on Stu. The ultra sweet. Damn it. What am I doing? The ultra sweet Stu McAllister. I kind of gave you an update on one of the shows recently about Stu, but got to get him back on here. Please don't go to voicemail.
Eric Zane.
Stu, I'm live, buddy. How are you?
I'm good, man. You?
Stu, are you in Grayling right now?
I was in Jenison.
Oh, you were in Jenison.
I was at the high school.
Okay, because when you said, hey, guess where I am? Typically, that's you going up north.
Oh, yeah, to burn stuff.
Right, yep. Right. Now, boy, I didn't. So what is today? Is today Plasma Day, Bank Day, or is it Coca-Cola Day? What is it today?
It's still Dots Day. Dippin' Dots for life, man. For life.
Who knew that the rallying cry, Dippin' Dots for life, would actually turn into something that really means something?
Absolutely true.
Okay, Stu. Yeah. All right. It could be worse. I think we need to adopt that as Stu McAllister. It could be worse.
I don't know if I like that either, man. I don't think I like that slogan either.
I mean,
because it's going to be worse.
Well, okay. So this guy who I talk about this from time to time. This dude named Jocko Willink. Whenever bad things happen to him, he says good. So it's like, hey, Jocko, your dad died. Good. And then he always finds a silver lining. So I think we should do that for you.
Is that the guy who gets up at 3 a.m. and does 500 push-ups?
That's him. Yeah, that's Jocko. That's the guy.
I don't want to be that guy either.
No. Okay. All right. So Dots it is then, and they've got a cooler at the high school. Is that right?
Yeah, they sell stuff at the school store, so they needed some. So I quickly dropped some off. I wanted you to think I was stalking your daughter.
Okay, good. Yes. Well, she actually didn't go today. She actually went to she stayed home because she got her wisdom teeth pulled. But yeah, definitely.
Awesome.
So when you walk in there, like, oh no, here he comes. Holy shit, girls, get out of here.
It is weird walking into schools nowadays, man. Everyone has their own way of doing stuff. I mean, some don't even want you to enter the building. Some act as if nothing has happened in the last year.
Yeah.
It's all very strange.
Now, when you go up to the butt fuck hillbilly schools,
yeah,
if you have a mask on, do they say take that shit off, asshole?
Yeah, they usually call me a homophobic slur.
Right.
And
yeah.
That's the principle.
Yeah.
And I go on about my day.
Okay. Have they have any of the hillbilly schools made you like put on a MAGA hat or anything when you went in there or some shit?
Yeah, it's like a name tag. They just give you the MAGA hat.
Okay, maybe like hanging Fauci in effigy or some shit, or I don't know, burning a fucking cross or something going on.
Yeah, it is amazing how many MAGA yard signs and flags and stuff I see when I travel up north on my travels.
Oh yeah,
and okay, these are going to be here forever. They're going to be tattered, and worn, but whatever.
Yeah, and I've seen that too, and I've been paying attention to that. In fact, my neighbor over here nearby, he just brought it down and replaced it with his American flag, and I'm like, oh man, that's a true sign that they're starting to crack, because
it is good.
More and more of them are starting to come down. I'm like, come on, guys.
Sure.
I mean, we got to turn the page at some point, right?
Right. Whatever. Hopefully we all get along and things change and whatever.
Yeah. Now, I think that if they actually, though, went and got a Trump 2024 flag, then that's fucking great. I mean, at least you got a year that still hasn't yet happened. And but I think that it changes the message completely. If you have a Trump 2020 flag,
right,
you look like a fucking idiot. But if you have
baby.
Yes, if you have a Trump 2024 flag, at least chronologically you have some type of it's just you're not looking in the past, you're looking toward the future.
There's hope.
There is hope. Trump 2024, Stu. I want you to say it.
I cannot. Do we want it? I mean, how old is Trump going to be in 2024? Is he going to be like 80?
I think so. I think he'll be that old. But I think,
do we want to keep voting these old guys in?
Yeah, but how old would Biden be? So would be.
Oh, I don't want to vote Biden in either.
Well, we might not have a choice. Biden age. He is 78 right now. So roughly 81, 82. In the next election. So that means like Trump. Wait a second. You see, Trump is considerably younger than Biden.
Is he?
He is 74 years old.
Okay. So I mean, that's still old as fuck.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's 4 years younger than Biden, who a lot of people say that he's already a fucking crackpot. We
have a minimum age. We need to have a maximum age, right, for president?
Well, yeah. The thing is, though, if we had a president who was 38. Okay. Everybody would be saying he's too fucking young, man. Fuck that. We need an old guy, man. We need a guy who's like 99. So it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't mean anything. The only thing the president is there for is to get shit from people. Okay?
Right.
That's all they're there for, is to take flack and be a target for crazy people.
Yep. He's a conduit to get from A to B. This is what we're going to do, whether it's taxes or lowering gas prices or whatever.
Stu, I wish you luck today. I don't want you to do, I want you to keep the car between the lines when you deliver the dots. People need the dots. And now, is there another job search going on, Stu, that I need to know about?
Yeah, I've had a couple phone interviews. We'll see what happens.
Now, you know how sometimes when you take a job and it's really short-lived, you don't add it to your resume?
Oh, yeah.
You've been having short jobs for the past 25 years.
Yes, you're correct.
What do you do in resume form with all of these jobs? Do you list them, or do you choose not to put them on there?
Oh, I do not put them on.
So
I just say I've been working at Dippin' Dots forever.
That's good. That's good. So it's, you don't see all because that's the first thing I'm going to ask you. It's say, hey, it looks like you work one day at all of these, and then you want to kill people. What?
Yeah, that's why I left it off, man. They don't need to know that I've worked for these shit jobs.
Okay, good. All right, man. Sure. Well, I just want to check in, man. I'm glad to see that you were in the area, and I hope everything goes well.
Yeah, I'm on my way to Alma College right now.
Oh my God! Count the Trump flags. There you go.
Yep, I'll send some pictures.
Oh shit! All right. Let's bet right now. I'm gonna say between here and Alma, and you're gonna take the same route back.
Yeah.
12. 12 signs or flags. So if someone has on their residence a sign and a flag, that's 2.
Okay.
So any literature or flag you see, I say over under at 12, and then you guess 2.
Okay.
All right.
I'll take a tally. I'm gonna figure 20.
Wow. Okay. Well, you've been out on the road more than I have, so let me know how it goes.
I'll let you know. I'll shoot you a text on my way back.
Okay, Stu.
All right, brother. I'll talk to you later.
See ya. Bye.
Goodbye.
Stu McAllister, always a joy to talk to. Easy to talk to. Yeah, man. Finicky as a cat. I'm not working here. I'm out of here. All right. I think, okay, later on in the show, Kyle Fade, a judge in Milwaukee, is accused of unthinkable crimes. A lady who owns a restaurant near where I'm at here in West Michigan is giving the middle finger to anyone who tells her to shut down her restaurant. This lady is bold. Wow. Great accent, too. I think it might be Dutch or I don't know. What is I think it's Dutch because most people she looks Dutch. She's in Holland, Michigan. She got blonde hair. She's got a thick accent. I think she's Dutch. I don't know. Maybe not. Is her name her name's Marlena. Is Marlena a Dutch name? Or is that like Melania? Is she maybe the same nationality as the former First Lady? Marlena, name, nationality. Oh, boy. I don't know. No idea. I know there's a song by the Wallflowers called Three Marlenas, which I just love. Jacob Dylan. Great song. How did Jacob Dylan get so good looking when it came? He must have a really attractive mother because his dad, Bob Dylan, even at a young age, looked like a hot pile of dog puke with shit on top of it. I mean, it's rough. And Jacob Dylan, he's older now, but back in the day, I mean, these icy blue eyes. Like, look at how handsome that dude is. You know how much tail he pulls? My God. Brazen thieves in New Jersey make themselves at home. We'll get to that. Thank you to Mike Ball for sending that along. Got an asshole of the day and an email of the day. Kind of. Email of the day is pretty weak, but it's sponsored, so I got to do something. All right. But first, the intro of the show brought to you by A&E Heating and Cooling. Okay, so if you need service for the furnace or the air conditioner, this is who you call. A&E Heating and Cooling. 616-516-8579. Whether it's a new installation or just getting something repaired, this is who you call. Note, replace the air filter, the furnace filter, before you do anything, okay? Sometimes that's just a tip for you, because there was a time when I called Joe Martinez at 616-516-8579. I go, oh my God, it's freezing out and this thing's malfunctioning. This thing is ruined. He goes, okay, yeah, I'll be over there. And he goes down there, he grabs the filter, and he goes, yeah, I think this might have been your problem. And it had gotten so clogged that no air was getting through, and it caused the furnace to malfunction. And it was just an absolute shit show. So he kind of did a little cleaning of the setup, replaced the filter. Yeah, dude, this is all you needed. You got to change that damn filter. It's what it's supposed to be changed regularly. Pro tip: A&E Heating and Cooling. They also install the Comfort Maker brand of furnaces and air conditioners, the absolute tip top of the line with the Comfort Maker. And don't forget about the Remy Halo. Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid, and EV. They are hiring. They're looking for another ASE certified tech. Call 616-532-6600. I don't know how any of the techs get work done with the beautiful photogenic appearance of both Jamie and Megan. I'm assuming they're all dudes that are the techs. But if they're not, if there's actually a female tech, then you're thrown off by how handsome Bruce and Eric are. It's like, I don't know how anything gets done at that place. My gosh. Home of the most attractive techs and employees and ownership. Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid, and EV. Get your car's spring break road trip ready by calling Irvine's to make sure you're safe to travel. That is an absolute must. If you're doing any traveling as you know, for whatever, heading out on a trip, they kind of like, you know, do the once over. Oh yeah, you got to replace this and this and this. Otherwise the car is good. Okay, great. Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid. Thank you. Van Dyke Mortgage says if you need a mortgage, get the mortgage before you even look at a house. 231-332-6505 for the Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage. If you got a great credit rating, this is going to be an easy process no matter where you are in the United States. If you're like, boy, I know for a fact that my credit's in the dumper, but I'll just keep paying rent here to this slumlord. Screw that. Give it a try. See how you do. You might be surprised that you can get a loan. Now, that's not going to be the best loan. It's going to be a higher interest rate than a guy with 750 mortgage credit rating. But at least you're paying on your own residence. And after you pay it off on time, knucklehead, and aren't late for a year and a half, then you're less of a liability. You get a better mortgage at a lower interest rate. There's a dog fight going on at my feet between Bruce and freaking Daisy. You guys mind? Seriously, Bruce? Don't hump her. Come on, Bruce. Sorry, Daisy. Bruce, knock it off. Just fuck out of here. Call Mario at 231-332-6505. Where are we? I am in such a tremendous mood right now. I cannot wait for the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast today. We have a live audience basically when we do the podcast. So if you want to be in on the live audience, you don't have to be on Patreon to be part of the live audience. I do this so that you can enjoy it, get a sense of what we do, and maybe you'll sign up for the Patreon. But if you want to be in the live audience on the Zoom with me and play Bet on Ben, okay, send me an email, eric@ericzaneshow.com. Now, I'm going to send out an email to the usual suspects who have participated before, the Cates in New Jersey, the Schaefers, the Kennys, the Mazes, the Dirks, who else? The Nicks, the Amandas, Marcy says, I thought it was going to be Saturday this week. Yes, it was, but the Griffins game got canceled for tonight, so now it's tonight. So I did mention that, but I'm mentioning it again. It's going to be tonight at 7 p.m. Yeah, reach out to me, eric@ericzaneshow.com, and then you can be involved, okay? I can't guarantee, because if I get like 3 dozen people, I can't guarantee that you're all going to play Bet on Ben. I cannot do that, because that might mean, holy shit, we're there for 4 hours. I'm not doing that. At about 90 minutes, 100 minutes, I'm like, all right, maybe 110. I'm like, okay, I want to go to bed. I've been podcasting all week. But I'm going to send out invites to all the usual suspects. If you want to be added to the list of usual suspects, reach out to me, eric@ericzaneshow.com. Just something fun we do. That allows us to do the show. And some of you actually find that fun, which is remarkable to me. Thank you. You can have a couple of drinks, hang out with the crew. There's not a tremendous amount of mingling between the bunches, between the people that are in there. You're more or less kind of like an audience, because Ben and I are doing the show. All right. So it's not as informal as you can still have a pop or two, but it's not as
I should be on the Zoom.
It shouldn't. You get fucked up.
Y'all want to make fun of me when I get fucked up on the Zaniac Zoom? Are we gonna beer bong another third beer? Fuck off, I'm hammered. Fuck, man. I'm fucking hammered. I need to go to bed. Y'all want to make fun of me when I get fucked up on the Zaniac Zoom?
Kevin, go in there and molest your mom.
Are we gonna beer bong another third beer? Y'all want to make fun of me when I get fucked up on the Zaniac Zoom?
So you're all invited, but if you haven't played on the game, I'm going to go with the people that haven't played or have played very little, okay? We'll figure it out. It's really laid back, really fun. Skyper's even here today. Can't believe all the response I got to the Pete Weber clip the other day. Everyone's like, "Oh yeah, fuck Pete Weber, man." Really?
Best win I ever had was winning the Tournament of Champions in '87, because that's something that my family never won. But winning my 5th U.S. Open by a pin, throwing a strike to win. Who do you think you are? I am, and that's fucking right. I am. Sorry. I just had to say that.
What an asshole. No, you didn't have to say that.
Pete, we appreciate everything.
I can't believe these guys are saying, well, Pete, we appreciate everything you did. I mean, he just did that on live TV. Those announcers need to say, Pete, you're retiring, but what a crap show this is. What a shit show this is, Pete, you fucking asshole. This is fucking ridiculous. The fuck is wrong with you? Ernie McCracken, asshole. All right. Where am I? Okay. This lady at this restaurant in Holland, Michigan. She doesn't give a shit about anything. Everybody, for the most part, has followed the rules with the pandemic. This lady is not. And she's in trouble now. And it's taken forever to actually do anything to her. So, I mean, as of right now, she might be in custody, but oh my God. She is defying everything. Check this out.
Tonight, a Holland restaurant owner is bracing for arrest. Marlena's has stayed open through the pandemic, ignoring all state health rules.
And today, state police are expected to take her off to jail.
No. Before we get into this, you know how I feel. She's a sick, crazy bitch, is what this is. Okay. I mean, I beat the shit out of what's the name of that shit show? Jimmy's COVID House up north. I ripped that guy a new asshole for this thing too. I hate all these people. I hate every one of these people that do this shit. Okay.
News 8's Jacqueline Francis talked to the owner. She's live in Holland with the latest chapter in this saga. Jacqueline?
By the way, Jacqueline, I'm not going to say it. Ripcord on that joke. Never mind.
Sue and Brian, it's now after 6, and as far as we know, the owner here at Marlena's Bistro Pizzeria is still a free woman. The Michigan Attorney General's office said that she had until the end of the day to turn herself in. She didn't budge, and so now they're prepared to have police take action. Officials with the AG's office telling us that they are deeply concerned about those dining at this restaurant and that the owner will be held accountable. No masks, no license, no problem. That's the mentality at Marlena's Bistro Pizzeria, a Holland restaurant.
That's Marlena's Bistro Pizzeria.
With a faithful following.
Came to bring you another donation from another small business.
Despite the recent state shutdown, customers.
Hey, you see, this is perfect. Dutch, old, it's a win-win. Okay, she has been making probably $5 million a day. Defying this order. It's absolutely brilliant.
Have been coming here for months without interruption. Marlena Pavlos Hackney, the woman in charge, openly defying those orders and the state's numerous attempts at intervention. The restaurant owner saying it's
now the lady speaks English as a second language, and I can understand her easier than Jacqueline.
Constitutional right to be open.
And we don't want in this country communist regime who's going to dictate what we can do and what we cannot do.
A fight that could.
She might be Polish. I don't know. What do you think?
Now cost Marlena her freedom.
And I'm also going to issue a bench warrant for your arrest today. We've got to come to some point where individuals are following the law.
That was 2 weeks ago. Marlena says since then she was contacted by Michigan State Police, telling her she has until today to turn herself in or be arrested. The Michigan Attorney General's office saying they had no choice but to turn this over to police after the restaurant's owner repeatedly ignored their efforts to get her to comply. Marlena firm in her resolve.
I'm not afraid. If I have to go to prison or jail, I'm willing to take the fight because I fight for freedom.
Her customers hailing her a hero, vowing their support every step of the way.
Pizza has nothing to do with it. It's about her having the right to stay open. And she.
Okay, so yeah, this is one of Holland's more stupid individuals right here. This stupid idiot right
her a hero, vowing their support every step of the way.
He thinks it's about freedom.
Nothing to do with it. It's about her having the right to stay open, and she has the right to stay open.
You fucking
also
idiot.
by her side is Rick Martin, a self-proclaimed constitutional attorney from Texas.
Yeah. Wait till you hear who's on this chick's side. Listen to this guy's credentials.
Nothing to do with it. It's about her having the right to stay open, and she has the right to stay open.
No, she doesn't.
Also by her side is Rick Martin, a self-proclaimed constitutional attorney from Texas who doesn't have a law degree and therefore can't represent her in the courtroom. Instead, he plans to.
He's got as much credentials in law as me.
Counters the judge, claiming she acted outside her authority.
We've already put together what's called a void judgment, showing that the judge acted outside her authority. She had no authority to even issue that bench warrant, and we're coming after Judge Stokes for that.
How long are you willing?
So some guy from Texas with no credentials says he's going after the judge. Wow, boy, that's really strong.
To be in jail for your cause.
Whatever will text.
Wow.
The Attorney General's office said they'll let us know if
you guys hear that lip smack game?
When an arrest.
She has some. Jacqueline has some strong lip smack game. Check this out. Oh God, that was a lip smackling crackling thing going on there. So that's it. This lady is kind of like a fugitive, I guess. They're gonna wait to arrest her. Now, not lost on me is the whole idea that has been. You're talking about the Michigan Attorney General right there. Since we're talking COVID, it isn't lost on me that the Attorney General is so concerned about this and this lady following the rules, but yet is not. Right now, Dirk's pumping his fist. The Attorney General of Michigan says, I am not going to pursue any type of investigation about the governor of Michigan allowing COVID patients to go back into nursing homes. And that's a great question. Why? Why wouldn't you? I mean, this is what has happened in Michigan. There's just a lot of similarities to the Michigan scenario as there is to the New York scenario, where everybody is finally jumping on board with, they're more outraged about the sexual harassment when it comes to Cuomo than all of those people being in nursing homes and possibly their deaths happening because of the influx of patients back into the nursing homes. Why is it not worth looking at? The AG from Michigan said, oh, no, I am not going to look into this because it's only motivated by politics. Well, all right. Regardless of who's bringing it forward, whether it be a Republican or a Democrat, is it not at least worth looking at to make sure? I mean, if there was a fuck up along the way, I think it looks terrible that the AG is not looking into that, at least listening to some degree, and said she slammed the door, Dana Nessel, because, and where there's smoke, there's fire. Those two are definitely on the same page, on the same team, Nessel and Whitmer. So that one's a little weird to me. Okay. I don't like that at all. I think that that definitely, it should not just be completely dismissed with no acknowledgement to it. I mean, at least find out what happened, right? Is that not worth something? It's just my opinion. So I think, in a nutshell, Marlena's a crazy bitch in Holland for leaving the fucking place open. The pandemic is once again taking off in Michigan as we speak. Cases are on the rise. We're going to go back. You know what's going to happen? This whole thing's going to get fucking shut down again. That's going to happen again. We're back up to, in a week. It's gone from, hey, we're doing it. Yay. And now Michigan's like, it's going right back up. Holy shit. Here we go. Damn it. All right. Jesse says, I get the reasoning for masks and I'm okay with them. Not a big deal, but I don't get why we can say mask requirements up to business owners. If you don't like it, then just don't go in that business. It's not that simple, because when you go in without a mask and you get someone sick, they can then go get someone else sick. It's big picture here. That's how you got to look at it. Governor Wolf shut down a place here in Pennsylvania. The sign in the door said, no mask, no problem. Don't like it, then go somewhere else. God. Dirk is like in on Michigan politics now, from Florida. He says, summer's coming, so Stretchin's husband can go out on his boat again. Oh, my God. Stevie says, numbers going up. It is going to get shut down again. Eric is right. Well, you guys know I'm right. I'm always right. You know I'm 100% right all the time. Wait a minute. I think I'm saying that wrong. 90% wrong. Believes 100% right all the time. It's got to be less wordy. It's just clumsy. We got to fit that into a t-shirt. How about just always wrong? Would that be, would you be comfortable with that? He's always wrong. Andrea is on Team Stupid with the governor doesn't have to shut things down. Well, she doesn't. The Michigan Department of Health and Human Services does, but it's just a minor detail. It should be a personal choice. No, it shouldn't. Dumb. Because it's because if you get sick, dummy, you then can get others sick. Why do you not comprehend that? What's the roadblock going on your brain here? What's clouding that from getting through this wall? Yeah, I've seen your ears. You have them. How do you not get that? What part of that do you not understand? How can someone who is so incredibly beautiful and thoughtful be so thick-skulled when it comes to this? I mean, is Jason's crank so big that it has made your judgment just completely fall off the side of the earth? My God, are you simple about this? Come on. Jesse says, I have a right to expose myself to illness, but no right to expose others. Exactly, Jesse. You see, Jesse gets it, Andrea. You gotta pay attention to him. And Dirk's he's you times 10. He just thinks masks don't work. He doesn't have any idea. Dirk's the dumbest of all of you, okay? He really is. I love him so much, but man, is he stupid. What a fucking dummy. Holy shit. All right. Kyle Fade. Let's talk about this pervert. Zaniac Mike Ball says this is a candidate for Asshole of the Year. Brett Blom. Blom? It's a lot of weird names that go with this story, by the way. 38-year-old Brett Blom charged Wednesday with 7. He's a judge. This guy is a judge. He is married to a man. Judge Blom is a married man to a man with 2 adopted children, very, very young. I'm looking at a picture of the Blom family. The judge is in his robes with his husband and 2 very, very young children, a boy and a girl, which makes me very, very concerned. They're probably going to be taken. He is a judge in the Milwaukee County Circuit Court. He was investigated and found to be one of the deepest, darkest perverts you can find. Charged just the other day with 7 counts of child porno, which showed abuse of young boys. Each count carries a minimum of 3 years in prison. Boy, that seems light, doesn't it? So basically, if you're walking around with a horrible image on you of a 8-year-old boy getting abused, that's 3 years. That should be like death for each one of those, right? Or at least a life sentence for each one of those. Minimum of 3 years in prison, maximum sentence of 15, plus 10 years of supervised release. So there's a pretty good chance that this guy will spend the rest of his life behind bars. Let's hope so. But isn't that remarkable, though? You get a person who, that's a pretty young age to be a circuit court judge. 38 years old, all that education, all that time spent, establishing himself in the field of law, and becomes a judge, works his way up to. That's a pretty big post in Milwaukee County Circuit Court. He probably had aspirations to work his way up the ladder even higher, And here he is, the most sinister of criminals. Take it from me. That's a shock to the system when you find out you're working with a pedophile. Oh my God. What just happened? The bailiff, Rusty the bailiff, is like, the judge is into kids? Holy fuck. Last fall, Judge Blom uploaded as many as 27 images and videos of sexual abuse of children. He did it. If your kids have the messaging app Kick, get rid of it. I've heard so many terrible stories about how perverts they utilize several apps that kids use. Kick is one of them. He used the username Dom Master BB. He reportedly uploaded the child porn from his Cottage Grove, Wisconsin home that he shares with his husband and their 2 adopted children. Blom's children are not featured in the child porno. Child Protective Services is working to place the children in another home. Let's just hope to God that they were never abused. But also you have the fact that these young children now, they probably were, I'm sure they were very attached to their parents and, whatever. And now, fucking terrible. Okay, this gets worse. From June 2017 to August 2020, Blom served as the president and CEO of an organization that offers drag queen story hours, and that's not the bad part of it. Drag queen story hours, among other services intended to mobilize philanthropic resources by harnessing the pride, passion, and commitment of lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender people and their allies. So I think it's like a drag show to raise money. Does that make sense? So, okay. That organization is like, fuck, man. This makes us look terrible. We've got a pedophile here. Holy shit. The group is called Cream City Foundation. Now, I don't know if you ever want to use cream anything. I mean, other than with the word Cold Stone in front of it, is about the only time that word doesn't conjure images of something a little bit more lascivious. But when you've got the local judge / pedophile uploading dozens of images, and you're in charge of Cream City Foundation, I don't know. It's just kind of fucked up. Maybe that's just my brain, but I'm thinking I think there's a name change in order for Cream City Foundation. Blom's name's been removed from the Cream City Foundation website. Is that what they call Milwaukee or something? Cream City? Fuck. That sounds like a nasty porno, man. So-and-so. It'd be this guy on this mask behind me, the big giant black guy. I forgot his name. He would star in a film, Cream City Productions or something like that. He left he left the Post, did Blom, in August 2020 when Gary Balzerzak, not making it up, Gary Balzerzak, which is remarkably close to Gary Balzac, was selected as the next president of Cream City Foundation. So the judge pedophile, the gay judge pedophile with 2 adopted kids and former president of Cream City Foundation has been replaced by Gary Balzerzak. My God. Drag City Story Hour started as a niche event on the West Coast, but have spread to libraries and schools across the U.S. The official Drag Queen Story Hour website boasts over 40 independently operated chapters across the U.S., including in New York City, D.C., and Chicago. You know, there's a lot of problems with this. I mean, a lot of times people who are involved in like, drag queens, LGBTQ plus, they have successfully been able to outrun the idea that pedophilia and weirdo things like that, they've been able to distance themselves from that horrible mindset that is a thing. So if you're them, you're like, holy fuck, here we are, equality is our thing, and love and kindness, and we are who we are, and the president is a fucking pedophile. What the fuck are you doing? So, that's a big deal. They gotta come out hard and fast against this fucking judge for this. They gotta make a statement. The Drag Queen Story Hours have to quickly condemn the former president of Cream City, whatever the hell it is, ASAP, in order to save their own brand, man. Wow. All right. So let's see. Oh, they did. Thank God. Drag Queen Story Hour said in a Thursday statement to the DCNF. What is that? What is DCNF? I don't know. That Cream City Foundation has only been a fiscal sponsor for Drag Queen Story Hour Milwaukee, As the leaders of Drag Queen Story Hour Milwaukee and Drag Queen Story Hour National, we absolutely condemn pedophilia. Of course you do. Now, I'm not an idiot. I didn't think for a second that Drag Queen Story Hour had anything to do with this guy being this heinous fucking sick son of a bitch. But, some people do. Like, if Stu was driving on the way to Alma today, and he stopped at any one of those houses on the way there and told them this story, they would think, oh, well, yes, that's the way them queers are, man. That's the way it is. That would happen. Not this guy, though. Drag Queen Story Hour Executive Director Jonathan Hamilt told the, I guess this is the Daily Caller. That's what DCNF stands for. He told Daily Caller, we are angry and outraged over Brett's actions. Thank God they came out and said that. Pedophilia has no place in the LGBT community. You're saying it wrong, dummy. It's LGBTQ+. Are you crazy? And no place in society as a whole. The court commissioner said a signature bond requiring Blom not have unsupervised contact with any children except for his own. What? Why would you let him be around his kids? And that he not use social media or file sharing services. He should not be free on bail. He was released 4 p.m. Wednesday. Preliminary hearing set for May 29. The Wisconsin Supreme Court also announced later Wednesday that Blom is suspended without pay from judicial duties, the Sentinel reported. What a fucking catastrophe. Holy shit. Man. So if you're attracted to children, you need help. You need help. You need help now before things become criminal and sinister. I think that if anybody is into kids, there actually is a way, I'm sure, with treatment to make them not into kids. There's got to be a way, right? But it's up to the fucking person who's into the kids to say, holy shit, I'm into kids. I'm going to get caught if I'm too into kids. I need to, in fact, do something. Can we get that story for once? Can we get the story where the guy gets help and then he says, ladies and gentlemen, I was into kids. I knew I was into kids. I never once committed one crime, and I stopped my love for kids because I got serious psychiatric help and intervention from professionals. I am no longer into kids. Can we have that story happen once instead of us finding out that they're into kids because they've slipped up and gotten caught, for God's sake? I mean, how many more times do we have to have a radio guy sitting there in the studio thinking he's got, a great coworker with him, and then all of a sudden a whistleblower sends him a note on Messenger and says, hey, that guy that you're talking to is into kids. Holy shit. Oh, no. Fuck. Oh, shit. Fuck me. Oh, no. Thanks to my friends at F45 in Byron Center, Michigan. If you want to work out, go to f45training.com/Byron Center. I'm working on the video from last Thursday. I just started putting it together. You're going to love this. I did a workout there. Darrell and Chloe helped me through it. You're going to see me just wrecked. Absolutely wrecked. But the best form on the squats. The absolute best form on squats. I'll have that video for you this weekend. Thank you to F45 and Byron Center. When you go there, please mention my name, f45training.com/Byron Center. If you're in the area, check them out, and you can work out for 1 week free when you go to that website firsthand. Okay. Thanks again to Gift of Life, Michigan. And I want to read something to you. Hold on a second. I got to send a text. Hey, buddy. ... I'm podcasting, period. I'll call you in a second when I get done, period. Unless, of course, this is an emergency, period. Let me know, period. I know what I was going to do. I can't wait to share this with my friends from Gift of Life. And by the way, if I get a call, a text back that says this is an emergency, then I got to run. I'm on call. Okay. Shoot, ... I did not get it, period. Well, comma, I got it, but I didn't see it, period. Sorry about that, period. I'm sorry, though, I can't do it, period. I'm booked, period. Hopefully the next time, period. I hope you are okay, period. Affordable Limousine wanted me to work. Can't do it. Got the podcast tonight. Wait a minute. Hold on. 3:30 to 4:40 p.m. Actually, I can do the Saturday job, period. The Saturday job I can do, period. Like, what are you doing? Yeah, limo work Saturday afternoon after Captain Bizarro. Your old pal Eric's busy. Sorry. But I did pick up my phone for a reason. Because I was talking about Gift of Life, Michigan. And then, oh, man. Jesus, all this shit happening. It's going to be a bit, period. Stu writes, Trump's, okay, just drove past a house that had 5 signs, all impeach Joe. It says, impeach Joe and camel toe. Trump sign with support the blue line in front of a state trooper station. Okay. Make sure you keep a running total, period. I was at 15, I think. No, wait a minute. I was at 12. My God. Look at what the hell is going on here. There's so much activity on this stupid phone. Man, sorry, guys. Jacqueline sent me this screenshot. A friend of hers works at the hospital. And she said, hey, girl. This is the friend talking to Jacqueline. First of all, I miss you. Second of all, I wanted you and your dad to know that we have been having an influx of patients doing kidney donations to complete strangers just because they want to. Most have heard about it on your dad's show. Wow. And it just makes me so happy that he is helping make a difference. Just thought you guys should know. Hope you're doing well. Wow. Now, that is incredible. I am, sometimes you wonder who hears what, when, and that is really, really exceptional news. I'm so happy to hear that. And that's why I bring up Gift of Life, Michigan. It's very simple. My goal in this is to get you to go to their website, which I have linked up at ericzaneshow.com. Click on the Gift of Life Michigan logo. And all I'm asking you to do is commit via the donor registration that if there's something that happens to you, and I know that that's weird to talk about, but it is a thing. And if you have this taken care of, we can very quickly move to the next step when that happens, if that happens. And from I'm guessing most of us, that won't happen anytime soon. But if it does, you can save 8 lives. 8 lives with what's inside of you. Imagine that. So, the idea of living donor, I am not the guy to say, hey, you got to be a living donor. That's not my thing. I have a different way of approaching that. But when it comes to this type of donation, if in fact we were to expire, different story. There's no reason why we can't all fill out that organ donor card. And you can find out more information and do just that when you click on the Gift of Life Michigan logo at ericzaneshow.com. Thank you. And finally, if you're growing indoors or outdoors, everything you need is at Horizon Hydroponics. Okay? Horizen hydroponics.com. You can buy everything online if you want and save money too. If your order is $250 or over from anywhere in the USA, you're going to get the shipping free. And frankly, it's pretty easy to spend $250 with some of the things that you can buy there. There's some great things that are for sale there. That some pretty high-tech pieces of equipment. So you have it done that way, and then I'll save you 10% when you use the coupon code Zane Show at checkout. You can also call the number on the website, ask them questions, maybe some expertise, throw it your way, or you can do it in person. Alpine in Grand Rapids, the Growers Outlet Byron Center, a store in Kalamazoo, and a store in Lansing. All right. I want you to be thinking about asshole of the day. I think I know who it's going to be. I need all nominees, and we can discuss this like a board meeting. You can weigh in on this virtually on the live stream. Just to comment who you think should be asshole of the day. Anybody can be nominated. It can even be anybody who is not being discussed on the show. Sometimes that does happen. I have my thoughts on it. I want yours, and we will determine a winner on the JM Synthetics / TC Paintball Asshole of the Day. Need a case of oil, by the way, Jason. I'm going to buy that from you. 5W30 is what I need. So that's coming. You should buy it too from JM Synthetics. Okay. Boy, I don't know, man. This would have been scary as shit. These two thieves break into some rich bastard's home in New Jersey. Alex Ray Yeakley and Amanda Lentz. They look like a couple of winners. Snuck into a home in Bergen County. Nice place. And they raided the fridge. Took a shower. Had some drinks, all in the house. Ate the meal. Had some sex. Actually had sex inside of the house. And at one point, the dude, Alex Ray Yeakley, was walking around in the homeowner's bathrobe. This is in Englewood, New Jersey. This couple from Pennsylvania did all of this. So the shower, the sex, the robe, the food. Oh, by the way, the babysitter's home with the child. These idiots don't know that. So the babysitter's like, shh, oh my God, there's a fucking couple. And then she knows everything that's going on. The kid's like, what's going on? Yeah, they're having sex. Oh no. So she calls the cops, and this couple is completely unaware that this is all happening. They were in the house for quite some time. The chief of police says they did all of this inside of the home. The sitter actually heard them having sex on the baby monitor while the baby slept, and initially thought the homeowner had returned. So baby monitor is in the baby's room. They're not having sex in the baby's room, but the baby monitor is picking up sounds, and she's in another part of this big ass house. And she's like, what the fuck is going on here? Pause that. There was a time, just popped into my brain, when I was had one child. Jim was probably 3 months old. Okay. And it was a Saturday morning, and the baby monitor is right by my bed, and Diana's asleep. And I hear something coming through the baby monitor. And it is a woman. And she is talking to my son. And she goes, "Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Oh, buddy, how are you?" And she's baby talking to my baby. And now this is in Midland, Michigan, a very small home. It's like 1,000 square foot home. It's my room. And then you go out the door, and right across the hall is Jim's room. And Jim's in his crib. And there's a woman that is in his room that we don't know and is talking to my son. And I can hear my son responding to her. He's only 3-4 months old, but he's like kicking, goo goo gaga. And I don't know who this woman is. Now, and I know this because I can hear it on the monitor. So I go to Don. I go, "Hey, there's some fucking kook trying to steal Jim. We got to go kill her." Okay. So I didn't yet have any firearms at that point. I'm 24 fucking years old. And I get a fucking bat. And I rush into the room to kill her. And I come in like this, bat over my head. And Jim's asleep. And the lady's gone. What the fuck just happened? What the fuck is going on here? Nothing. There was no woman in the room. The fucking monitor picked up the frequency from the bitch across the street who has a baby, who's talking to the fucking kid. And I'm like, "Ah, shit. Holy fuck." I was so scared, and I was ready to just bet fucking Grand Theft Auto come in and go blam. Oh, I was going to smash her head right there, man. Good night. You're dead. Oh, I was so scared. I'm like, "Oh, shit. What the fuck is going on here?" Jim's like, "Hey, how you doing? Hey, I'm going to be a father in 16 years. Fuck you." I'm like, shut the fuck up, Jim. Holy shit. Oh, my God. It's terrible. It is kind of weird. Jim being a baby and him going, "Hey, I'm going to be getting a chick pregnant in just 16. I'm going to be like you in 16 years. Oh, God, what are you doing?" Jim's like seriously hilarious, by the way. He's really funny. God, I gotta utilize my resources more. Jim is hilarious. Jacqueline is hilarious. We could add podcasts with my kids to the stable of shows on Patreon. You know, I mean, one day the Lost Zane recordings is gonna end. I could do plenty of time. The thing is, though, if I keep adding shows, I'm not going to have any time to take a piss. I can barely get the shit done now. You know? I don't know. We'll see. Might need to hire somebody. Where was I? Okay, so the babysitter hears this. She's like, "Holy shit. Oh, I got to someone in here." She calls the cops. Yeah, so she calls the cops, and then actually the couple discovered her, and they freaked out, grabbed some jewelry, a wallet, and you know what else they took? Because these two stupid idiots are stupid idiots. They took the homeowner's iPhone. So then the cops, did the old iPhone track thing. Do you do that, by the way? Do you have your family members can track where you are? We do. Like Diana can see where I'm at all times. Another side note, former friend of the family started cheating on his wife. And it all came to light when he turned off the tracking. And the way this story unfolded was, "Hey, something with..." One of my family members says, I'm keeping this vague. "Well, hey, so-and-so just turned off the tracking and his wife's calling me asking about it. What do you think about that?" And I said, "He's cheating on his wife." "Oh, that's crazy." And nobody believed me. And I go, "No, he is." And we didn't say anything to the wife. I go, "This is going to hit. It's going to turn bad. And it won't be that much longer." "Yeah, you're crazy." So I had this discussion with Diane. I go, "Yeah, if he turned off the tracking, that's what he's doing." And sure as shit, about 4 weeks later, it all unraveled. Crazy son of a bitch. Some of you listening might even know who I'm talking about right now. All right. So these guys took off. They stole the homeowner's Lincoln Navigator. Cops just tracked him down with the iPhone, used the spike strips. The vehicle got trashed when flying into a field. They then took off on foot, but they were then quickly apprehended, and they're busted. How stupid is that? Dumbass. All right. Jimmy in Portland, Maine. He used to live in Nashville, and he likes the Bruins. He has your email of the day. It's not much of an email of the day. I'm not going to lie to you. It's pretty slim pickings on the email of the day. Hold on. Let me check any last-second arrivals. Maybe I got one at the last second. For email of the day. Boy. Jess, okay. All right. We'll just say group of emails of the day. Okay? Email of the day. You can contribute anytime on the Shoreliner Striping inbox. Just sending me an email, eric@ericzaneshow.com. Brought to you by foreverlawn.com/WMI. Synthetic grass for your business or your home. Turf grass, canine grass, putting greens, bocce grass. It's all there. Check out their website. It's the only one of its kind, only business of its kind in West Michigan. We actually have several emails. Emailer Tim. Subject line Chad Zumach. I was going to hire Zumach, but he wants to be paid in hand jobs and horse jizz. He's a sick fuck. I don't know that he is. I think you might be for that line. Paul writes, helping out Bizarro tomorrow. Hey, I got some free time tomorrow. If you're looking for more helping hands, what, where at, and what time? Yes, Paul. 10 a.m. Saturday in front of Bizarros. I'll email directions. But it's pretty simple. If you're listening live, just look it up. Captain Bizarro's Treasure World. It's on Leonard in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Dirk writes, I should be able to play tonight. That's good. You're in. We'll see you there. Jesse writes this. Asshole of the day. He says it should be Dirk for being selfish. Dirk, you going to take that shit? Jesse just called you selfish. Dirk's not selfish. Dirk is anything but selfish. He's selfless, in fact. Jesse, you got him wrong. Now, if you replace the word selfish with brainwashed, that would be accurate. But Dirk is not selfish. So you got to take that back. You can't do that. Terry says on another email of the day, is there room for me? I'd like to participate in Bet on Ben. Yeah, well, of course. I'll see you there. I don't think you've played yet. And he says, and I'd like to help Captain Bizarro at the store tomorrow. Well, hell yes, Terry. All right. I'll be in touch with more information, buddy. Thank you so much. All right, folks. That's how you do it. Let's see what Jimmy had to write. This was my original email of the day. And again, not a lot to it. He just had a question. In his awesome Portland, Maine accent, he says, Eric, a friend of mine's getting into podcasting. He has no idea what equipment to purchase. Could you give me some advice? And he writes advise. Jimmy, it's advice. Maybe you're doing it voice to text. Give me some advice to pass on to him. Thanks, Jimmy. If he gets up and running, I'll make sure he promotes your show. Okay. Well, all right. Pretty simple, actually. You know, when I got fired from Freeburn Hot Wings, I bought most of what you see here. I haven't added a whole bunch more, I should say. Patriot Nick sent me a backup board, which is awesome. But honestly, Jimmy, well, first of all, I think if he really wanted to get a head start, he should call Hey Guys Media Group. That is probably the easiest thing to do. HeyGuysMediaGroup.com, because they give you all the information you need. But I will reach out to you with kind of like an overview of just some of the, because this stuff, I swear to God, what I have in front of me here is probably $700, $800 in terms of the mixer, the headphone amp, the headphones, 2 mics, 2 cords, a couple other cords, and you can be up and running. There's some software on your computer you should have, but you can get away with, I mean, really minimal investment when it comes to podcasting. Okay. But I'm lucky because I had a built-in audience from all the years of doing radio. Not all podcasters are blessed with that luxury. I don't know how some of these I don't know how Stu does it, because Stu has an audience, but he wasn't on the radio for an extended period of time. So he's had to build it from the ground up. That's not easy. Stu has done a hell of a job at remaining consistent. He's actually added more and more. You can always add, but you can't do less. The second you start doing less on podcasting, it's the kiss of death. You might as well just give up. You can never stop. Once you start, you can. If you ever want to build it, the one thing you can never, ever do is stop podcasting. The second you stop podcasting, you're screwed. All right. What else did I have for you here? Okay, we're going to finish up with the asshole of the day real quick. A couple things. First of all, I want to help your business. If you say, my God, Zane, you got all these sponsors. Yeah, if you want more information about how I can put you in an affordable marketing plan and reach just as far as any radio station, okay, it's kind of unfortunate, but radio has died and no one is listening to the radio anymore. Most people get their content from sources like this these days. So I can put you in front of that audience for a price that is in your budget. That's one of the things I get out of it is like I try to find out, what your budget is. And then I tailor your marketing around that. Okay, I'm not going to try to screw you. Everything's a handshake deal. It always has been. And it is no red tape, no muss, no fuss. Let me help you. Just reach out, Eric@ericzaneshow.com. That's no commitment on your part. You don't have to do anything. I just basically give you the information about me and how it works. Thank you to all of you who called upon Tag Accounting this year. I was with Troy yesterday doing the NFK's taxes. That's right. I got to tell you about that too. I'm going to tell you about that in a second. And he said that it's been really, really great this year. He said last year he broke even. The amount of money he spent on the podcast compared to the amount of audience members who took him up on his tax services, he broke even. So he tried it again this year. And this year he said it was like we hit it out of the park. So thank you very much for that. You can still get your taxes done by Troy, 616-301-9516 for Tag Accounting, 616-301-9516. I have he just signed me up for Eric Zane Show podcast for what's known as an S Corp because of all the tax issues I had by doing it myself. He goes, okay, you got to stop doing this shit yourself. You got to actually have me do it. What do you mean? He goes, just shut up. I'll just take care of it. And then you just pay me. Okay, sounds good. So Troy's in charge now. All right. Kent County Health Department. Dirk loves them. AccessKent.com/health for everything COVID related. We are seeing a big spike in cases again. Would not surprise me if this whole damn shit show gets shut down again. I believe that. Prepare yourselves. It's coming. AccessKent.com/health for anything COVID related. Get yourself the shot. Get in line for the shot. Get tested to see if you have it. It's all there at accesskent.com/health. Also, something very important. If you're struggling and you need food on the table, the WIC program. Find out more information about the WIC program through the Kent County Health Department. You must keep your family fed. It is time to not be so proud and take advantage of what is offered to you. And hell, again, you pay for this your whole life. If you need to utilize it, okay? There are things in place to make sure you keep people fed. That's very, very important. Kent County Health Department can help you navigate that. Then, of course, Last but not least on the day is TC Paintball. I'm going to see Rick Sunday. God bless Rick at TC Paintball. Love that guy so much. You can take part in the paintball event still, but I'd love you to RSVP me, okay, if you're coming. Eric at ericzaneshow.com. I want return customers, I don't want to say customers. Return players. I don't know. That doesn't sound right. Paintball warriors. Join me Sunday, 5 p.m. Pizza party beforehand from BC Pizza Grand Rapids. Check them out online and order a pizza from BC Pizza. Thanks to Lance over there at BC Pizza for sponsoring the show and making so that we can have the frickin' pizza party before. They are at 2034 Lake Michigan Drive. BC Pizza Grand Rapids, 616-301-8061 for BC Pizza Grand Rapids. So, all right, send me a note that you're coming to the paintball party, and I want to see you there. It starts at 5 p.m. It's going to set you back $35. Normally, that's $48 for that much fun. You get the paint, 500 paint shots, the mask, the gun, and all the fun. Paint, mask, gun, tons of fun. There you go, Rick. You can use that. Let me finish up with this story about the NFK's taxes and then the asshole of the day. About a month and a half ago, it popped into my head. I went up to the NFK and I go, hey, buddy, do you file a tax return? Have you filed a tax return in the past? Now, I've gone in great detail about he can go from sitting still to enraged like the Hulk in 1 second. And I don't know if that's the brain or what, but I'm on the receiving end of it regularly. And this is how that went. I asked that question. He hit mute and was silent, and he looked at me and wrinkled up his face. He goes, I'm not doing that fucking shit. No fucking because the government grab. He's doing like grab motions with his hand for those hands for the audio podcast. And they take. They're gonna grab it out and take it and take my money and fucking that crazy fucking son of a fuck them, fuck you, fuck them, fuck that, fuck shit, fuck. He does all of that, and I go. Okay, time. Monty Clark calls timeout on the field, and he has a conversation with his quarterback, Gary Danielson, at this point. I go, hold on a minute. Forget everything I said. Let's focus on this temper tantrum. And he looks at me like I'm crazy, still all pissed off. I go, don't do that. You have got to stop that. I'm Team Kevin. I am your ally. You're making me very uncomfortable when you do all of that. Great to tell my audience. Now, he's never going to stop, but I have to tell him. I go, you can't do this. This is fucking horrible. Stop giving the middle finger to Uncle Sam. I mean, you're actually giving the finger and swearing like you're crazy. And all I asked you was, did you do a return? Hulk turns back into Banner. I walk away. 15 minutes later, he apologizes. He always apologizes. I go, well, of course, I forgive you. But back to the question at hand. Did you do a return? No. Okay. We need to. Why? I go, because you're losing money. Do you like money? Well, they're going to take more. No, they're not. You don't make any money. Who gave you the notion that they're going to take your money? Davey. One half of the other half of the Doobie Brothers, the late Davey. I go, well, he's fucking crazy. So I go, we need to do your return. And that was it. In the mail, we get tax document from his pension. And we get a tax document from Social Security Disability. And that's it. That's all you got to do. Take those documents over to Troy. That was yesterday. Fill them out. He has $872 coming his way. And then he goes, has he filed returns in the previous years? I go, no. He goes, why? I go, I don't know. You got to see it, though. You got to see what he does. So I explained the scenario. And he goes, well, we have until tax day to file back the previous 5 years. So 17, 18, 19. Tax year 17, tax year 18. It goes back 5 years. So on April 15th the tax deadline? I think it is. On April 15th, 2021, you can go back 5 years. So we did 20. We just got that one done. 21 is the current year. So those two are out. So 17, 18, 19. We can file those up until April 15th. After April 15th, 17 drops off. Then you can only file 18 and 19. He goes, Eric, you need to call Pension Place, get those years' documents. You need to call Social Security, get those years' documents. Give back to me, and I will do those returns. I go, okay. And he goes, will it be the same? I go, yes. He goes, well, then you can expect to make 872 times 3 for him. Generally. About. And I'm like, holy shit. So, here we are, still picking up the pieces from the foot like a fish fiasco the other day when I had to explain to him I'm on his side when it comes to getting the appropriate medical care for his fucking feet. And we haven't really talked too much, but he feels bad about it. So then yesterday I sit down and I go, Kevin, do you want the good news or the great news? He goes, it's a mute button on the TV. What's wrong with the damn good news, man? Fucking shit. Fucking shit. Fuck. I go, well, you're going to have $872 electronically delivered into your account because I just got your return done. You did? Fucking shit. Fuck. Yes. And then the great news is, and I explained to him the other thing, and he's just looking at me, and he goes, whoa. And then he stands up, and he comes walking towards me. I think he's going to strangle me. I'm dead right here. He's little. And so I stand up, and I go, yeah. And then he puts his arms around me, around my neck, and starts kissing my fucking face like old school Italian. He starts kissing my face, and I'm like, oh God, your breath, fuck, smells like fucking, what is that chewing? What smells like grizzly? Fucking, what are you doing? What the fuck is going on? He's kissing the shit out of me. I'm like, what the fuck, Kevin? Knock the shit off. I love you, mate. I love you. Fucking shit. He sounded like Kenny. Shit, fuck, man. I love you. Yeah, fucking shit. Fuck. I love you fucking so much, man. I know you care about me. I know you help me. I go, yeah. Okay, now stop fucking kissing me, man, before a fucking tooth falls out. And he's like, yeah, and you can make that appointment for my feet, too. I know you care about me. I know you. I go, yeah, okay. I got to go. Keep the fuck away from me. Holy shit, he kissed the shit out of me. He kept kissing me. I'm like, oh, my God, stop kissing me. All right, I get it. I'm fucking great. I know that. I talk to God. He's kissing the fuck out of me. Like, I love you too, man. Come here. All right. I love you, motherfucker. I love you, fucking shit. Fucking shit. I love you, fucking shit. Fucking I love you. All right. Jesse says, nope, Zane. You have until May 17th, I think now. IRS giving us all an extension. Oh, that's nice. All right, nominees for the AOD. All right, there's a lot of. I got to go back and read a lot of these comments. I think Adam says Dana Nessel. Dana Nessel gets a nomination. Let's see, where am I? Kent says LGBTQ plus sounds like a new streaming service. Nice. AOTD is Michigan Attorney General. I don't know about that. I don't know are you telling me that the Attorney General? Well, maybe. I mean, I could see that. I could see that argument being made. she's going up against pedo judge. I mean, if you had to choose who you would have a meal with, Nick, would you choose Dana Nessel over the pedophile judge? Come on. Pete Weber gets a vote. Kuipers votes Kyler. What else? Let's see. I have a tendency to think it's going to be the Dirk keeps referring to our governor as stretching. You gotta up your game. You can't go to the name calling. You just have to refer to the person as the governor. You always lose it when you do it that way. It's just shitty. And I'm not even saying that I'm just saying that what needs to happen to her is they need to actually take a look at it. They can't just dismiss it and say, no, we're not taking a look at it just because it's politically motivated. I think that they should take a look at it. But, I'm a lot better than you. So I don't go down the road of referring to anybody as because I think she's done a good job in dealing with the pandemic. But I do want to see this looked at. And if there is no wrongdoing, then we'll find that out. If she didn't do anything wrong, then she didn't do anything wrong. But if she did something wrong, then she didn't do a good job with the pandemic. But I'm not smart enough, Dirk, to just say, she did it. That's the way she did it, and she's guilty. You can't do that. All right, last time we had Jesse Andrea as hemorrhoids, and the Uber chicks were the assholes of the day. All right, I'm going to add, because they're making me mad, I'm going to add Dirk and Dean as hemorrhoids. Dirk, Dean are hemorrhoids on the cheeks. Dean says she's done the worst job ever. No, she hasn't. You know what you're talking about, you dummy. She's done an excellent job. That's why you're a hemorrhoid. All right. We're going to go with the pedo judge today. It's got to be. Had the pedo judge not been in the news, Kyle Fade, Nessel might have had a chance. Okay. There you go. Dirk and Dean are hemorrhoids. The pedo judge, the asshole of the day, brought to you by JM Synthetics and TC Paintball. Congratulations. Okay, that's it. We're going to wrap this thing up. It has been another fun week of podcasting with you all. I thank you for being part of it. We will do the Patreon bonus podcast a little bit later on. And then tonight, the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast. You want to. There's one of two things you can do. Reach out to me, Eric at ericzaneshow.com, if you'd like to be in the Zoom studio audience. But what I'd also really like you to do is just give me that one shot, if you could. If you've been thinking about it, if you just gave me that one shot, Mom Spaghetti, on my Patreon, where you threw $5 or $10 for the month at me, I will not let you down. I will not let you down. You will love it, man. But if you hate it, just cancel it, and then you're out the 5 or 10, and we'll call it even. Okay? We'll call it a day. No big deal. But you might like it, and then you have two choices. Either let it ride month to month. If you do cancel it, by the way, you get the rest of the month. It just doesn't auto-renew. If you let it ride, it'll auto-renew. Or you can very easily go into your settings on Patreon and convert it to a yearly and save 10%. I offer that to you as an incentive to sign up for the year. Okay? There you go. The whole year thing is $60 for all audio. Take 10% off that. The audio video live stream is $120. Take 10% off that. So that's $108. Did that math. Thank you again for being part of this. For Bruce on the chair, Daisy on the couch, O'Neill on the floor. Chad Zumach licking his wounds in California. Good luck in your tournament brackets. I'll link it up in the show notes. You can sign up to be on my ESPN Tournament Challenge. That's it. That's it, man. Have a good one, folks. Talk to you next time. Bye-bye.